Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, esteemed college, researchers, and judges. It is an honor to be here at the UPUPC International Conference 2025. My name is Neng Asriaziza Ramadhani from Department of Guidance and Counseling, Faculty of Education at the University Education on Indonesia in Bandung. Today, I will be presenting self-compassion for adults and mental health. The presentation is based on literature review that examines how self-compassion can protect adults and mental health, particularly amid the significant pressure of social media, the challenge of cyberbullying, and the complexities of identity information. Let's begin by outlining the digital challenge. Social media has truly transformed adolescent life. While it's overconnection, it has also created an unprecedented risk to mental health. We see three primary issues. First, social comparison. Adolescents face constant exposure to idealized image, which trigger frequent comparison against seemingly perfect standard. Second, cyberbullying. This is 24 per 7 day harassment. They leave permanent digital traces, intensifying the psychological impact far beyond traditional bullying. And finally, validation pressure. There is a constant need to maintain an attractive personas and accumulates like, which in turn traces chronic stress and anxiety. So, what can serve as a buffer? This brings us to understanding self compassion. We define self compassion as treating oneself with kindness during failure, recognizing our shared human experience, and maintaining a balanced emotional awareness. This approach offers a protective buffers against those digital pressure we just discussed. It consists of three core components. The first, self kindness. This is the act of responding to our struggle with compassion rather than what harass self criticism. The second, common humanity. This involves recognizing that imperfection and struggle are universal human experience. And the third, mindfulness. This is the practice of maintaining a balanced awareness of negative emotion but without over identification. How effective is this? Let's look the protection against social media pressures. Research, including the studies referenced here, demonstrates a clear link a person with higher level of self-compassion experience reduced effect from social comparison. They show greater emotional resilience and are less dependent on external validation such as like and comments. Self compassion is also critical for identity formation in digital context. Adolescence is a critical period for identity development. In this digital world, adolescents frequently experiment with different identities across various platforms. Self-compassion provides an internal stability that's independent of this external validation. This allows for more authentic self-exploration and support the development of coherent and unique self-concept. With self-compassion, social rejection or mistakes are transformed into opportunities for growth. This process is what leads to identity achievement and integrates authentic self. Now let's address one of the most severe traits. Self-compassion acts as a protective shield against cyberbullying. We know that cyberbullying victimization can cause severe depression, anxiety, and even suicidal ideation. Self-compassion significantly mitigates this effect. It does this by enabling adolescents to reframing negative message, helping them see the message as reflecting the preparation issue rather than their own personal inadequacies. This side works in three ways. The first, cognitive reforming, recognizing that the bullying reflects the preparation problems, not a personal failure. Emotional resilience, using self kindness to reduce the emotional impact of the attack and protect mental health. Prevention of escalation. This internal support system stop the progression to more serious mental health problems. These protective skills should not be taught in isolation. This leads us to digital citizenship reimagined. We urge you to integrating self-compassion into digital citizenship education to enhance its effectiveness. The first, a traditional approach tends to focus on rules, safety, external consequence, and technical skill. Then a self-compassion and change approach is different. It include emotional awareness, development international motivation, integrates psychological skill, and promotes collective well-being. This exchange program teach adolescents to respond to their own digital mistake with self-kindness, recognize that their peers share this common struggle, and extend the compassion to others online. This can be put into action through practical implementation for school. Schools should implement self-compassion training programs such as mindful self-compassion for teens. This training should be integrated into exciting health curricula and counseling service. We recommend a three-pronged approach. School program integrate this training into health education and counseling. Clinical intervention. Mental health professionals should use tools like compassion, focus therapy for those struggling with social media distress, and then assessment. We must evaluate self-compassion level, especially in adolescents who are experiencing anxiety or are victims of cyberbullying. Of course, more work is needed. This brings us to research gap and future direction. Future research should focus on developing and evaluating intervention that combine self-compassion with digital citizenship education. We also need longitudinal study to track the long-term mental health outcomes for adolescents who receive this training. Finally, we need cultural exploration. It is essential to examine the effectiveness of self-compassion across diverse cultural contexts, moving beyond Western population. This brings me to my conclusion. This path forward, self-compassion is a vital tool for supporting adolescent mental health in our digital age. It is imperative that school, mental health professionals, and policymakers prioritize evidence-based self-compassion programs. This must be part of a comprehensive effort to protect the psychological well-being of young people in our increasingly connected world. Our goals are to the first protect, to buffer adolescents against social media pressure and cyberbullying through self-kindness. The second, empower, to enable authentic identity for development that is independent of external validation. And transform, to create compassionate digital citizens who can thrive their connected communities. Thank you.